Hello, everybody. How is everyone doing? These big energies are pretty full on, and for reasons, you know, um, good reasons. I wanted to sort of just chat about how lots of people talk about back in 2012, how love wins, or the veils went down and stuff like that. Um, in the sense that we all got free will back. And the thing is, within that, we all had the choice within ourselves then. Will we continue to watch predictive programming? Will we continue to repeat same activities, routines and things? And will we choose love, unconditional love, for ourselves and all of those around us? Since it hasn't been easy. I'm a human as well in Avatar, and so to be able to get your soul to take over the driving of the vessel instead of the programming that we've had as humans, um, it can be a really difficult process. And but within that, with all of the solar flares and the light coming in at the moment, it makes it very uncomfortable for, how over the last 13 years since 2012, how much really effort have all of us individually put in pulling ourselves away from the predictive programming of our human self and allowed the soul to come in and drive the avatar on all levels, without allowing the human programmed ego mind to place fear, judgment, restrictions, boundaries, belief systems on what your soul wants to choose in that moment. It could be things that come up where it'd be very triggering, or repeated actions, and your body, your mind, your program stuff goes straight to that a negative response, a negative thought, and it starts looping around. It's not easy to just go, no, wait, this is my car, this is my human car, and my soul's going to drive it, not the predictive programming, not the fears, not the trauma, not the negative stuff. There's always things in this frequency that they've created. They're the niggle at your ears. Things that we learnt from when we were children at school, things that we see on TV, things we've experienced with any type of relationship, family, partner, school, workmates. All of those things step into place when we're trying, when those big moments come up, and straight away our muscle reflex from our our human programming steps into play and wants to, and you can feel your soul when you start to allow your soul to want to try and come in and run the vessel. The soul's like, no, why did you say that for? No, and then you loop in another negative way. And so at the moment, there's been a lot of call for clearing out all of that stuff, clearing out all the old beliefs, refraining from watching predictive stuff and everything. Here, an example: predictive programming, because the human belief system and the way that we manifest with our belief system is what all the darknesses wanted us around for, because they forgot how to create, they forgot how to manifest. And so when predictive programming from TV shows and whatever the news, anything on TV, radio, whatever, comes up, it goes into our subconscious mind. And our subconscious mind is the one that runs the show. My subconscious is called, I gave her a name. My teacher taught us to give your subconscious a name because it'll do the work regardless of what you say. So say something like, when you keep repeating, oh, I've got no money, I haven't got money to pay the bills, right? Your subconscious will go, oh, you want a lesson in not having money? Oh, okay, no worries. It doesn't understand. It just does the work. So predictive programming in that subconscious way, for an example, is something like the Simpsons cartoon. And there's a lot of people saying, oh, the Simpsons got it right again. Oh, how did they do that? Because they've been going for over 30 years. And when you constantly play a belief system to people for over 30 years, that predictive programming goes into everyone's subconscious, and the power of the human belief system manifests that into reality. Like, it's just that easy. That's why you need to, all of the avatars like Buddha, Yeshua, all of the deities and stuff that speak about believing in yourself. It's not some egotistical statement. It's literally owning your human power, because it's ours to use for us, for what we'd like. All the TV shows, the news and everything like that goes into our subconscious mind, and our subconscious manifests it because of the power of our human belief system. And so that's how things like The Simpsons seem to get everything right. Oh, how did they know Trump was going to do that? How did they know the world was going to do that? Because they've been programming everyone's subconscious for so many years that the human belief system manifested it. So when people talk about believe in yourself, back you in the race, it's not being selfish or egotistical when what you do is unconditional love and service for all. It's literally putting that belief into what you want to manifest and bring here, instead of putting belief into whatever the news says, whatever TV shows say. So that's when love starts to win, physically. Back then, it energetically won in the fields, but we live in a different frequency matrix. So we have to use our subconscious, our human belief systems to manifest what we would like to have here, instead of the world that we've been programmed to create through subconscious programming from TVs and everything like that. All of the world started to shift a lot more when TVs and radio and everything came out. They knew that those frequency waves could program this, lower our frequency, so whatever we were thinking of, we would manifest. So the thing is, now we work for us. We work for love. We work for unconditional love from the real, true matrix field. This falseness is what we come to shut down. We shut it down by pulling away from other people's belief systems, putting worship into TV, putting worship into deities and all these sort of stuff, manifesting what all of these things want, and put it into you. What do you want to manifest for this beautiful matrix? What would you like to see daily? If you're going to watch TV, what would you truly like to see? Because at the moment, there's so much murder, pillaging, um, death, like just everyone's shadow has taken over the realm. And there's nothing wrong with that. I love my shadow. She helped me through a lot. But the thing is, so has my light. And where the balance is in the duality of light and shadow is in the center with unconditional love. And that's where we need to be at the moment, this unconditional love space. That's how love wins. Physically, you, us, the whole of us, have to choose to manifest the most greatest, grandest things that we'd like here. Every thought we have towards ourselves or to another being, and everything holds consciousness in it. It's the words that we use towards each other, the words that we use when we're tired, when we're sore, when we're angry, when we're in pain. These are the moments we're being tested. Are you still going to choose unconditional love when you're been laying in bed for weeks in excruciating pain, or you have no money and you're sleeping on the streets, and you've been through the most negative stuff and you're constantly getting bombarded? These are the tests that we put ourselves through to see whether we'll choose light, shadow, or bring them all together in perfect unity. The triqueta, the trifecta. Light, shadow, and love. This is how we set ourselves and this false matrix free. We do the inner work. We don't point fingers. We're all in that space. And so to do that work, when we all awaken, here's another thing I just wanted to bring up in regards to unconditional love and doing the work, because it's a personal journey to do. Only your voice, your soul, can activate your own DNA. Only you can activate and awaken your own heart. Only you. Doesn't matter how much money you pay to other people. Doesn't matter how many courses that you do. They may assist you in the development of waking yourself, but there is no way humanly that you can pay somebody to activate and awaken and open your own heart space. No one but you can activate your own DNA. Only you can open your heart with your own key. These are the keys back to heaven. These are the keys back to the true matrix field. Many people, when we awaken, we realize the jobs that we've been in don't serve us anymore, which is fine. That is totally understandable and valid, right? You want to honor yourself and honor the journey that you're working through. There's also been waves upon waves of the last 5-10 years with lots more people awakening and going into the spiritual realm, which is fine, right? All of these things are tools to help you activate and awaken yourself so that we have more people manifesting from love, pure unconditional love. When we manifest from chaos, we constantly just keep repeating and keeping afloat this false matrix field. So when we're coming into new work and we're looking to pay our rent, buy food, take care of ourselves financially, if everyone is about to awaken and remember across the whole planet, we need love in every sector. How is the world going to run when everyone is charging money for spiritual stuff, for activating this, for doing that? Pay me for this service. I'll help you connect into this. These are all abilities that you have yourself. And all you need to do is activate it. What we need is love in every sector to run the planet. So those that once we pull out of the matrix field, we learn how to run the vessel with an open heart and create and manifest with coherence. Then we go back into the matrix field and we take over all of the places that were a bit of a shit show. You know, when you go to the supermarkets, oh man, how nice would it be to walk through the checkouts and be served by an open, awakened being? It'd be beautiful. Go and get your hair cut by a beautiful, spiritually awakened heart soul that knows and can feel the energy in your hair. And share that love with you and not just talk garbage at you the whole time. Or maybe you go to get your car fixed and you're a mechanic. Mechanics, you know, all of these people, wouldn't it be so lovely to go and get your car fixed by an awakened being, and while you're there having an amazing conversation instead of just mind-numbing short talk, which just keeps the false matrix afloat. So everyone out there, once you awaken and activate you, do your spiritual stuff on the side because you love it and you want to share that with everybody. But if you want to pay the bills and stuff, take your awakened soul out into the matrix field in every sector. Earth still has to run. We still need food. We still need all of the systems set up. But wouldn't it be so nice to be run by awakened, heart-centered, coherent people? To go to town dressed in whatever you choose to be that day, and everyone greets you with a smile, whether you go to the newsagents, the grocers, the fruiter, the mechanics. Man, you go to the Department of Counselling or government, and you've got awakened beings in the government. How nice would that be? If there was love in every sector, that everyone that's been pulling out of the matrix field, instead of just setting up more and more and more and more and more and more spiritual businesses and charging other awakened people for services, that you do that on the side for the love and the joy of doing it and sharing with humanity, and just go into the sectors that need to be run with love and run them with love. So I just wanted to share a couple of those things today, that I do my best every day. I know when there's certain situations come up in the last couple of weeks during some hardships, physical hardships I've gone through, that there's been moments where, you know, I've allowed that shadow to come out and healed her and spoke about the negative trauma, and I spoke to my trauma, I spoke to my pain, I spoke to all the anger of that false matrix field and just brought it back into the middle. We're all one together now, because all of the trauma being separated and the light trying to work this side, it was very confusing for the mind, incoherent, all the things that I created, which still were very beautiful indeed, but I could see and feel the incoherence in what I'd created. And so when we're creating for a beautiful, open-hearted, activated DNA that you've activated yourself, and you're in perfect trinity with your light shadow and your inner child and unconditional love, the things that we're creating and manifesting are truly going to shift this place and be a joyful experience. I'm really excited to see and experience life in what the true matrix field is, and not the one where the oligarchs are giving us predictive programming for our subconscious to manifest this shit show that we've been living in. You can clearly see when they say the veil is coming down, that's not some outside force, that's something within us. The veil is your DNA, is your heart, and everything that's been stuck in that programming. The veils are when you start to awaken and activate and bring forth your own manifest from that open-hearted space. So I'll leave it there because my dog is speaking for us as well. And much love. Choose you, choose love. Work on yourself as much as you can, because only you can shift it. Only you can shift it. Right? We got this. Love in every sector. I love you.